Hey, friends, you are not broken beyond repair. You're not too dirty for Jesus to do something with. You're not too far gone. In fact, we're going to look at a little story in this video and in the next one. It's in Mark 1, 40 to 45. But that's the big idea. With the person that we're looking at, the story, it's about someone who had leprosy, which was like, it was basically a death sentence, or at least an isolation sentence for these people. But the same is true with our internal conditions. You're not too far gone for Jesus to do something with. He wants to have a relationship with you. He wants to take wherever he finds you in your life and restore you to who he wants you to be, or who he wanted you to be in the first place. Mark 1, we're going to read 40, 41, and 42. A man with leprosy came to him and begged him on his knees, "If you are willing, you can make me clean." Jesus was indignant. He reached out his hand and touched the man. "I am willing," he said. "Be clean." Immediately the leprosy left him and he was cleansed. Now, as I said a second ago, at this time, there wasn't medication for leprosy. Now we can take care of it. It's not that big of a deal. But at this time, what had to happen was if somebody got it, it was pretty much like we treated COVID whenever it first came out. They had to be isolated. These people, they had to move outside of their houses, outside of town. If they came into town, they could be like arrested if they didn't identify themselves. And so as they walked into town, they had to yell, "Unclean, unclean, unclean." That was part of the law. And so um, when this man he sees Jesus and he begins to approach him, and I'm assuming that he did what he was supposed to, but he eventually gets to Jesus and just asks Jesus, "Can you make me clean?" And it says Jesus was indignant. Now another translation says that Jesus was filled with compassion. I don't know. I think if he was indignant, it's because he was skeptical that Jesus could do this. I think what probably fits the story of Jesus's life better is that he was filled with compassion. But the point is, he approached Jesus, asked Jesus to do something about this, and where leprosy makes a person unclean, Jesus can take the thing that makes a person unclean and make them clean again. See, that's our encouragement from this. It doesn't matter where you've been. I don't know if this is true or not. A person that I follow, a pastor, marriage consultant, he just made a comment, put a post up about an OnlyFans model who um, and loved going to her church. And the comments were exactly what you would expect them to be. She can't do that. She's not worshiping God, blah, blah, blah. See, I don't know. The way I look at that is that Jesus meets us right in the middle of where he finds us. When we open ourselves up to him, we don't have to clean ourselves up to come to him, right? He meets us right where we're at. And then tries to move us towards the place that he created us to be initially. See, this is where us well-meaning church people, we get the cart before the horse. Jesus met us in the middle of our sin, and he's still doing that today. He's going to meet you or that person, right? Whoever that is, right in the middle of their stuff. But just because he meets you there doesn't mean that he's done working on you. He was going to cleanse you, right? You can come to him right where you're at. And then he's going to move you to where he needed you to be. See, anyone who touched leprosy would get leprosy, except for Jesus. What he touched was restored. And so I don't know what you think is too messed up, too dirty, too broken, too offensive, what might make other people turn their heads. It doesn't Jesus. He can take that thing and restore you to who you created you to be. And the amazing thing is he doesn't just do that to that thing. He does it to your dignity. He does it to the person that he wants you to be. He transforms you. See, I can't think of the reference right now, but it says that while we were still Jesus's enemies, that's when he chose to die for us. For you, for me, and for all those people that maybe you've given up on. Jesus can restore them too. I hope you find this encouraging. Have a beautiful day. Bye-bye.